Hello and welcome to Open Boosters. We're going to be opening up 2 packs of 8 tradable cards of glory from the dark. And then we're going to talk about the Grandfather Paradox Experiment, which is not a paradox, in my opinion. Alright, and if you're interested in time and that kind of stuff, then stay tuned for our after this. I figured to make a, Merfolk Assassin, but I think it'll make it a little bit of a longer video and a little bit of fun. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Merfolk Assassin. Cave people. Not too good. Cave goblins. Well, goblin caves. Anyways, we got the drowned. They're not good. They're zombies. Bog Imp for the win. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, Marsh Vipers. And then we have a Goblin Shrine, followed by some Land Leeches. Alright, there we go. That was not... Well, Merfolk Assassin's really cool. Alright. There we go. Another pack of the dark. Oh my. Let's see, these are so short. Where we go ahead and have a little fun. Alright. Brainwash. We got some bog rats. The elves. Goblins of Flarg. All right, Scarwood Goblins, sorry. Festival. Ta-da! All right, I saw this one. We got the War Barge. Ta-da! But look at that artwork. Then, oh, snap, that's Blood Moon. All right, there we go. Finally, after how many dark packs? Jesus. There we go, Blood Moon for days. All right. Original Blood Moon. All right, now I'm going to pause here and get set up. Okay, so I figured all of us are like science guys or something like that, or at least we're curious about scientific stuff, so we always have these kind of weird conversations. Anyways, so I figured we'd go over the paradox experiment, except I don't think it's a paradox. I'm going to explain time as I understand it. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we all understand how time works. We all move forward. That's our perspective. Einstein came in. You can slow it down. You can speed it up based on space, based on velocity. All right? And so we have these different things, and he expects that time all happens at the exact same moment. Every single moment, your past, your present, and your future all happening right now. Yay! So, the grandfather experiment is where you, yourself, build a time machine, you ignore space duality and all that kind of stuff, where you splatter yourself against the earth that's moving at a distance that's far away, that's spinning really fast. We ignore all that. We build a time travel device that we can just go, boop, we're right there next to our grandfather, and we shoot him in the head. Right? That's how basically it is. And the theory is we cease to exist, and that's the paradox, because we can't kill ourselves if we were never born, yada yada. But that's not how it actually would work. So we have P1. This is your present one before you jump back. This is P2. It's present of your grandfather being alive, being young, healthy, spry, right? So he's out there having a good time in his P1 at the exact same moment that you're having your existence over here wishing that he was dead for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, you jump backwards in time. Yay, this is you. He says hi. You shoot him in the head. So now your grandfather's, he dead. He did. Boop. All right. So you would expect to be able to jump forwards in time and see that you don't exist. You would maybe think that you don't exist, but you still do. Because this P1 has happened. It exists. And it's still trucking along. This P2 is also still trucking along. Right? It's its own presence, its own unique present. It just has an alteration in it. So in order for you to see that your grandfather's dead and you theoretically cease to exist, because you're not going to cease to exist, you have to put yourself in a little time bubble, absent of time, and wait for P2 to catch up to P1. Then you can pop back in, boop, and then you can see that nobody knows who you are and your social security doesn't work. So you pop in, you look around and go, oh my gosh, I don't understand what happened. But that's how time would fluidly work. You would still exist. Your P1 still exists. So P2 and P1 are completely unentangled, even though they're still on the same timeline. All things are happening at the exact same moment. We're in the same time. So, let's say you don't like this and you pop back to kill self. You go ahead, you kill yourself before you kill your grandfather. Now there's two timelines going forward, because this would be a new P3, where grandfather's now alive. And so now you have section of alive, section of dead, and section of alive again. But let's take it one step further. Let's say instead, on this time when you go back, this one, who popped back in to kill grandfather, got you dead instead. Because he has a gun too. He sees you dematerialize, realizes what's going on, and boom! This guy, who started it all, dead. Can this one, who chooses not to kill his grandfather, jump to a moment where his grandfather is dead? And that answer is no. Because all that other time has happened. And once time has happened, it ceases to exist. Right? So he cannot jump to that. Because that time has ceased to exist. He's from this one. The original. He's not from this one. Even though it did happen. And that's how it happened. That's how this works. So there is no paradox. Once time happens, it doesn't happen again. However, time is all happening at the exact same moment. Every single moment is its own unique P, its own unique presence. And that's how time works. All right? So there is no paradox to the grandfather paradox thing. This is just how it is. And I hope that was fun. I thought that would be a little more entertaining, and it takes a little more time because my videos are just so freaking short. They're just too short. All right. I'll talk to y'all again in the future.